Yo, yo, welcome to another episode of the Locked In Podcast. Our special guest today, man, been through hell and back, y'all. He been through hell and back, got into some things back then, know what I'm saying? We here to talk about it in the show, know what I mean? True definition of a walking testimony, for real, know what I mean?
Indeed.
The one and only, y'all, legend in my eyes, Q-Digga. Welcome to the Locked In Podcast,
Hey, peace. Appreciate you having me.
No doubt. How you feel, man?
I feel lovely, man. You know what I mean? It's beautiful to be here.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
thankful to be here. Thank you for having me.
This your first interview, right?
Yeah, word. This since I've been home.
Since you've
Yeah,
been home.
since I've been home. Yeah. There's a lot that changed since you remember me
I already
being
know.
Q-Digga.
I already-
Since you remember me.
I already
Yeah,
know,
a lot done happened. A lot done transpired in my life. A lot of change done happened in my life.
Yes,
you
sir.
know, so
Yes,
I'm
sir.
here to get into it and break it down with you, man. Like,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you know,
Yes, sir.
you and your family, y'all are like some of my oldest friends. So your family is like my family. You know what I mean? So
Always, man.
you know, when you extended the invitation, I openly accepted it.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
here
Yes,
I go.
sir.
Let's
Yes,
go.
sir. You know, when I first started the show, like you was one of the first people's on my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, I had to get him for a live interview. For real,
This
for real.
is
like,
hey.
know what I'm
This is
saying?
about to be it.
Know what I'm saying, people? We had it.
Yeah.
Like, know what I'm saying? And me growing up, like looking up to you and my brothers, man, as a youngin'.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I'm saying? That's like y'all inspire me in a lot of ways, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like just with the music and like just maybe that's why like learning from y'all mistakes.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure I didn't make the same mistakes.
Make the same ones.
Know what I'm saying? And I didn't. And I salute y'all for that. Know what I'm saying?
You know, I think we were kids trying to be men.
Yeah.
You know, and we didn't know where we would do what we were doing and where we were going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we was trying to make the best of it. And, you know, I'm glad that my mistakes or the things that I was going through and the things that you see me dealing with on a daily basis, because I was around you every day. So anything that anything I went through, you saw me going through it, from the good to the bad. You know what I mean? So for you to learn from that and be like, nah, I'm gonna figure out another way. I'm gonna go another route. Hey, listen, bro. That's the way.
I mean, I did get caught with
Yeah,
a little bit of weed. You know what I'm
happens.
saying? But that's really nothing major.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That happens. You know what I mean? So, but
I say that's the most trouble I got into, just getting caught with weed. You know what I mean? But like this, you know.
At one time, it was pretty bad there for a moment. You know what I mean? It was, and I did what I thought was the right things to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm glad that that's all you got caught up in. Some blood.
Sure,
like, look at it now. You're like, for real. And within the next few years, if that's on your record, it's gonna be wiped off.
I know it's wiped off.
Then,
hey, the grace of God.
True indeed.
The grace of God, man. I went to court. I remember I went to court, and somehow the paperwork got mixed up. That was it. From there, they threw it out.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So give me another chance.
Word.
But I ain't mess up like that no more. So, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like this, you know, it just, you know, that comes with it anyway. Like I'm gonna experience something as a youngin'. You know what I mean? Especially,
you know, and I guess in the environment, you know what I mean, the place where we grew up at.
Yeah.
We grew up in what they call Bad News, Virginia.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you think about that in retrospect, it was destined for, you know, something to get caught up. Where you grew up at, where you running around at. You was,
for sure.
and I mean, the things, it was something that was going to happen. And I mean, and let it have been that minor scuffle, that minor situation, and to keep you away from something major. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't recommend anyone trying to find their way into a situation where they go into confinement. You know, I would say do everything you should do to stay on the right side of the law.
Right there.
You know what I mean? So you don't, you know what I mean? You don't have to worry about finding yourself in confinement, because me personally, I wouldn't recommend it. So,
For sure. So I see. So being from New York, you're originally from New York.
Yeah, true indeed.
How was the transition coming from New York to growing up here as a kid? Like, I know you came here when you was real young.
Yeah, I was young. Me and my brothers, we had this thing we used to say. The first time we came to Hampton, Virginia. My grandmother. This was the summer of 1990. I think I was 8 years old.
Oh man, yeah.
My girl, we came down for the summer to see my father and my grandmother. And my grandmother, where she lived at, that was like right around the corner from the Coliseum. But we were so used to New York that it was boring out here. We had a saying that it was so boring out here. You yell and an echo and come back and slap you in your face. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was, but the transition, I would say at first, because I was young, I got a lot of fights. Man, we moved downtown Newport News. Man, listen, we live 35th Street. Oof. And mind you, I am the brother of twins.
So back then it was bad.
Yeah,
it was real bad.
Yeah.
Man. If y'all know about downtown Newport News.
This is the early 90s downtown Newport. This is the beginning of the crack epidemic. This is like, and my father moved us down. He came up in the middle of the night one night. He said, "Hey, pack your stuff. We leaving." We were supposed to go to school the next day. No bullshit. Pops picked us up and was like, "Yo, let's go. Hey, pack this shit." Him and my Uncle Jay, they showed up. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I hear somebody knocking on the door. I look out the window. I see my pops there. I said, "Quincy, come down there, open this goddamn door." I go down there, open it. I said, "Dad downstairs." They was like, "Who? Why you down?" Yeah. Picked us, came up, moved us to Virginia, moved to 35th Street. It was me, him, and my brother, him, and my twin brothers, Baron and Shamar. We lived on 35th Street.
How was it back then? Like it was. Because you say you were 8 years old, right, when you moved to downtown. Yeah. How was like
it was bad. Like I told you, I was getting fights every day. The kids jumped me when I first moved down there because I was different. I talked different. My clothes was different, and I mean, like they beat me up. Then they made songs and mocked me about it. And then I'm for real. Like when I was
downtown for you though. That's why.
But when I was a little kid, I was a good little kid. Like I was mischievous, but I was a good kid. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that year we moved down there before Christmas. So that Christmas, that year, I got the whole Ninja Turtles set.
Man.
I was a little kid that wanted to play. I wanted to, you know what I mean? You know, I was big, so everybody else, I was a fat kid, so everybody wanted to pick on me.
Yeah.
And I mean, and then I had twin brothers that everybody didn't like. You know what I mean? Everybody didn't like my brothers because my brothers they ain't mess with nobody. It was just, you know, they came down here, it was just them two, so they stuck with just them two.
Yeah.
And, you know, for the most part, a lot of people didn't like me because they didn't like them, but they didn't like them because they didn't know them. They never got a chance to chop it up with my brothers. They just didn't like them because how my brothers were fly niggas. Yeah. So in retrospect, and because they 5 years older than me, and because of that, because of them, they fly. I'm gonna be fly. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna be no. So everybody had a you know, they had an issue with that, but you know.
For sure. Man, being that your mom passed, your mother passed, how did that mess you up mentally?
You saw what that did to me.
Yeah.
Like you was in first class, you was in to the crash out.
Yeah.
I remember. Like I remember at one time.
You know, this for the people.
Yeah, no. I'm going into it. We about to go into that.
Okay, let's go.
I remember at one time I was drinking a fifth of Henny every day by myself. Like
I do remember that.
I was popping 5, 6 E-pills, 10 E-pills, eat a 10-pack of E-pills. in the night like it was nothing. You know what I mean? It caused for me not to care for life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I would crash out, like, and I don't know, like I wanted you to want the smoke so I could give you the smoke.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Not realizing what I was doing, not realizing what I was putting out the atmosphere. You know what I mean? Like I showed, like my family, those that around me, they knew Quincy or they knew Q, but and they knew that I loved them and I wouldn't do anything to hurt them.
Yeah.
Anybody else, I wanted you to step out of line so I could step on you.
Yeah.
And I wanted you to feel what I felt inside. I felt like when she died, my
I know I was younger then.
No, this was like 02.
Yeah.
When she passed, I felt like my
a couple times.
Yeah. I felt like my connection to the world was gone. You know what I mean?
I feel the same way, man.
But it caused for me to crash out and spiral out of control. You know, at one point my older sister told me she ain't recognized me, and it was because she saw that devil in me. She saw that demon in me, and it was and she knew it was like, oh no,
that wasn't you.
Nah,
that wasn't you.
She knew it. Like and she had to do what she could do to jog me back, but she saw that demon come out.
Yeah.
And she knew, and she gave me my space. She pushed me away, and until I went to prison. You know what I mean? Until I went to prison, like she'll check on me, she'll holler at me, but she wouldn't rock with me. You know what I mean? Ultimately, because those bad decisions, or because of
that's deep.
Her passing, because of my mom passing, it kind of strained the relationship between me and my father. Okay. And that relationship was probably strained until I went to prison. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He got at me. He got it like 2 weeks before I went to prison. 2 weeks before I got locked up. I went to his house.
Y'all still got a good relationship?
No, he passed away.
Oh, he passed away?
Yeah, my father passed away. Truman D, he passed. Hey, real shit. Hey, listen, Big Kev, a story all in itself. My father's a story all in itself. But he told me this. Right before I got locked up, I'm in the front yard. He said, Quincy, I'm leaving off because I think I went by there to see my little sister.
Oh, okay.
And I'm dipping off. He was like, Quincy. I'm like, yeah. He said, look at me. Turn around, look at him. I'm like, what up, Pop? He said, don't let the people close that door on you. You can't get it open. Mm-hmm. Me, 21 years old, I took it and shucked it off like, all right, and dipped off.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Went off. Yeah. So dipped off, went off into my own thing. And 2 weeks later, I'm calling him. And and his words, what he said to me, he was just like, didn't I tell you, man? I said, Pops, I know. I just need you to bring me some drawers down here. I just need some underwear. You know what I mean?
Man.
Excuse me. But all that, it was a tidal wave.
Yeah.
Because even after my mom passed, my mom passed away right there after my big brother Shamar get locked up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That was my, that was my role model. That was who I emulated, who I at that time I emulated to be like. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Both of my brothers, for real. You know what I mean? It caused all of it caused a strain. It caused a strain in my family. You know what I mean? Within the family structure, because my mother was she was the glue that brought everybody together.
Sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
It was a major effect though. It was a major effect. It not only I, but the whole family. When the matriarch goes, the whole family feels it.
I feel about my grandma. My grandma, when she passed, she was the one that kept everybody
together, brought everybody.
Since she passed, we really didn't have a get together like how we was having. Like we don't see know what I'm saying? I don't see my family.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Besides my mom and all them, but that's, you know what I'm saying?
True indeed.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But we're gonna, you know what I'm saying? You mentioned you being in prison, reflecting back on that night when everything went down.
That night was led and fueled by drugs.
I was gonna ask you, that was gonna be, it was like a part 2 question. You already answered it, right?
It was
I was gonna ask you what.
That was the bottom of the, actually, that I ain't even gonna say that was the bottom of the spiral. That was the beginning of the spiral.
At the beginning.
And to me, that was like I might have been in the eye of the storm at that point in my life and didn't realize it. And I mean, but I was really, it was, oh man.
It's crazy because I didn't remember it. But I was younger at the time anyway. So when everything was going down. But
I'm a true Pisces, man. I know how to keep my secret.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
it was one of those things that I made the wrong judgment. I made the wrong call. And because of it, I wore it.
Yeah.
There was a robbery that could have went wrong. And I shouldn't have done it. Yeah. I shouldn't have been there. I shouldn't have moved in that way because it was reckless. But not just for me, because it was something that I've done before, was something that, but I did something that I shouldn't have done, and I involved other people.
Yeah.
I brought other people along with me on something that could have been way worse than it was. You know what I mean? For those who don't know, I went to prison for armed robbery in 2003, 2004. I was sentenced to 93 years. I got convicted of 11 felonies, 2 attempted robberies, 3 attempted robberies, 2 abductions, 5 use of a firearm, and a burglary of a nighttime dwelling. Like I said, my total sentence that the jury gave me was 93 years. The judge, I guess the judge called himself feeling sympathy, or because he was like, he in his statement and what he said in his sentence, when he gave me my sentence, he was like, I'm not. He actually stopped the Commonwealth, the prosecuting attorney from speaking. I was like, I'm not going to let you sit here and think that I'm gonna allow you to give this young man 93 years in prison. Yeah. He said, no one was hurt, nothing was taken. Yeah. You can't get me to get this young man 93 years. He said, but hold on, this is what I'm going to do. This is how he said it. He said, hold on, this is what I'm going to do. All right. Now, if I was to take all those charges that I gave you and gave you numbers for them, it'll equal out to 93 years. Yeah. All right. He suspended 40 of it for life. So it left me with 53 years. But how he gave me that 53 years, he gave me 30 years for the burglary, and he gave me 5 years for the first use of the firearm, and ran the other 4 of them concurrent, which only gave me 5 years. I got a sentence of 35 years. I did 18 years, almost 18 years, 2 months to the day before I was released. I was released on January 6, 2022, at 10:05, 10:07 a.m.
You know, God works.
You know what I mean?
God works, man. Come on.
Yeah. But yeah, that whole thing was a transition, man. It was
man,
it was,
bro.
Yeah, it's true indeed. Like you don't understand. You don't understand.
Like I said, it hurt a lot of people when you left, man.
Yeah. No, and you don't realize that, like Like for
Like
real,
it won't even
like,
the same.
Yeah,
It won't the same.
I didn't realize that. I didn't realize like being young, being caught in those moments. Yeah. I didn't realize how much of a leader or in a role of a leader I was in. I didn't understand that, and I said this to someone before that was around us and amongst our crew, and he didn't receive it well. And hopefully, I say this to you, and maybe you can understand it, and you will receive it well.
Yes,
I apologize.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I wholeheartedly apologize. You know what I mean? Because the actions that I displayed could have led a lot of people down a totally different path, man.
A lot of people, man.
I didn't take on the role of leadership well, because had I took it on the role of leadership well, me and your brother would have been the
I'm telling you. Best freestylers, bro. Like he was one of the best like for real. Just listening to him growing up, man. It's inspiration, yo. Inspiration.
It. Like
him, my two brothers. Mm-hmm. Those are the main people, yo.
And your brother, like your brother Chris used to stay on me. Chris used to be up, man. Won't you stop playing around, man? Won't you stop playing around? Let's get to this shit. And I didn't see that vision that he saw. You know what I mean? I didn't know. I didn't know. Like for real, you think about it, yo, like on some real shit. Like on some real shit. We lived in Newport News, Virginia, right?
Yep.
Like we were one of maybe we was one of maybe what 5 black families that lived out of trailer park. You know what I mean? And we went hard, like you know what I mean? So like and then you look at it like it was a lot of times like niggas try to act like they didn't want to respect us.
Yeah.
Like and I'm like
I was running behind y'all.
I'm telling you, like I
was running behind y'all.
And it was crazy because it was like niggas like, oh man, y'all from out of trouble. What you mean?
Yeah.
What you mean? Like they were down. What you saying? What you saying? What you saying? Like what you getting at? Like what's your point? You ain't saying nothing. What you mean? Yeah. I come from Far Rockaway, Queens. You know what I mean? What do you mean? What you talking about? Like what you saying? I live in a trailer park. Yeah, don't get it twisted.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
I will step on you, man. I'm talking about whether it's the fisted cuffs, if that's what you want to do, or we can do the, you know what I mean? Or I'm gonna flame you on the mic. Man, listen. Hey, look. We be at parties. I'm trying to tell you, I do a freestyle and I'll smoke niggas. I'm trying to tell you, whatever you wanted to do, however you wanted to do it like this.
It was crazy, yo.
You know what I mean? But it was
fun too, though.
It was fun.
It was fun.
You know what I mean? Like without a question, was it crazy? Was it some crazy times, some reckless moments? Oh yeah. But for the most part, every day we, you know what I mean, we was chilling, we was having fun. We was like it was like I remember no bullshit every night waiting on your brother Chris to get off work. Like I'll be out there trapping all goddamn day. Nigga, I'm talking about I don't want it. I'm waiting on this nigga to come home with that motherfucking fried chicken box. Nigga, I'm about to What? I'm trying to listen, son. Like
I remember them days, yo.
Hey, look, we loved it.
Yeah,
we loved it. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. $10 get you a motherfucking Dutch man and get you to the store, get you a Dutch man. Like what?
That's back then. I wasn't even smoking. Nothing. I was a goody kid.
Like yeah, man.
Hey man, but while you was in there, what clicked that made you be like, man, I gotta change. I gotta change, man. It was like pretty much I gotta get out of here, man, and do the right thing.
It was a process because think about it. I think I hit my first prison yard. I was 22 years old.
Okay.
I went. Hey, and I'm talking about no. I went to by the time I was on receiving, I was 22. So I left receiving and I hit my first prison yard. I was on Sussex 1 State Prison.
Okay.
Not too far from here, Waverly, Virginia. Not too far from here.
Okay. That ain't too far.
But it's like an hour,
like
45 minutes away, man. Going down 460.
Mm-hmm.
I landed there first. That was my first spot. Now, mind you,
how was it? It was chill.
What?
Hold on. Chill.
What? Hold on. Hold on. What? Hold on. I got stories to tell. Hold on.
Yo,
listen, man. Let me sit up. All right. Your first 2 weeks on this spot. Soon as you land on this spot, you go through the process. You go through processing.
I take the picture.
Yeah.
And all that.
All right. The captain of the spot, he walk up in there. Everybody shackled, everybody in there in some form of undressed and dress switching clothes out. And come in and say, yo, I'm gonna tell you like this. I ain't telling you to get a knife, but I'm telling you better not you better not get caught without that knife.
Oh man.
All right, cool. But they put you in the hole your first soon as you get there because they got to classify.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, this is a level 5 institution.
Ooh.
This is 23-1. This is the big dogs. You know what I mean? So you got to get classified. They just can't drop you off in the cell with anybody. You got certain charges. You got certain things going on. You know what I mean?
You're right.
So after you get classified, they moved me upstairs. I moved upstairs. I was in 4D. It's like 05 sometime. Okay. I had just turned 23. So it's like 04. No, I was like 22, 23. It's like 04, 05 sometime. Okay. They moved me upstairs. So you in the cell all day. You got a TV. You can buy a TV, buy a TV. You can buy a Walkman. If you got the money to buy a CD player, you can buy a CD player.
A little cheaper back then.
Yeah. Shit. A CD player back then. It was like $56.
Oh, yeah, this is more money now. I know they want more.
No, it depends on what CD player you get. All right, if you ain't got the GPX CD player, the cheap CD player was like $50. But if you got the Sony was like $80.
Oh,
now, we talking about $80 prison dollars. This ain't you got to understand, like, not everybody when you first land in prison is you balling. I know you hear stories, you see niggas with cell phones and all this other shit. Yeah, for some people, you know what I mean. If you got to that bag out there, somebody was holding on to your bag and was taking care of you.
People be on Facebook, all that.
I know,
you on Facebook, right?
Yeah, but that was somebody on Facebook out here. I didn't. I never had no cell phone when I was. Listen, I'm still scared of my cell phone now. So you know what I mean. You ain't gonna catch me in my. How many videos you see me post? How many times you see me like this? I'm still trying to learn this shit, y'all. I'm trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure out what my social media presence is going to be. You know what I mean? Because I'm scared of cameras. I'm not scared of camems. I don't like cameras. When I was younger. Yeah, no. But what it was, when I had my aunt Claire, which is my mother's I don't think it's her oldest sister, but it's one of her older sisters.
Okay.
She told me something about cameras, like don't let nobody take pictures of you, and it stuck with me. I'm talking about, she might have told me this when I was 5 years old. Now, if you ever see me in a picture that like before now. Like, if you look at any picture I took before prison, school pictures, all that, I never smiled. I never, like, even my kid pictures, I never smiled in none of my pictures because my Aunt Claire told me that shit and it stuck with me. And I roll with it. You know what I mean? But I'm starting to lighten up to it now. I be playing with the camera. Because why not look at me? I should put this shit out there. My mother should see this shit more often. You know what I mean? So, I did. But it was it's one of those things you gotta work your way into. You know what I mean? Yeah. Especially back then, like 04, 05. That was like it was the beginning of things starting to turn where money like it was like the beginnings of the sprinkling of the recession starting to happen. Yeah, and I mean like you see. At that time, we saw gas $1.50 and we was bugging over that shit. Man. We was going crazy over that shit. Like, what the fuck, gas $1.50?
I want it back now.
I wish it was $1.50, man. They kiss my ass. Like, no bullshit. Crazy. So, but I didn't have a bag for real before I got locked up. You know what I mean? I was still scrambling, trying to put things together. You know what I mean? So I didn't have it where I had 100 bands to get the cut somewhere to tell somebody to send me. Hey, look, man, but look, I need 50 grand to get I ain't had that. So I mean, my prison experience is very realistic. I got there, I called my pops. Hey, pops, I need $150 so I can get me a TV. You know what I mean? I need to get a TV. I need to get some commissary. I need to get these other things. You know what I mean? He was like, all right, I got you. I'll send it to you in a couple of weeks. And he did. You know what I mean? And you know, if you got a good family support, you got a good support system on some legit shit. You got a good support system. That's true. You're gonna find your way. But you know, I had an old head. I had an old head. Actually, it was two situations. I gotta give you two rundowns. Okay. All right. When I first got to Sussex, I got a probation violation. So they brought me back to Newport News. I was back in that. They brought me back to Newport News. Yeah. I've been back to Newport News twice. They brought me back to Newport News twice. So the first time they called, they bring me back down there. They bring me back down there to serve me on the papers, on the show calls. Yeah. You know, before I caught the robbery, I got locked up with all that weed. Yeah. Me and Danny Provo. Shout out to Danny Provo. Shout out Danny. Yeah. Fuck you, bitch. Anyway, I'm playing. It's all love. Me and him got jammed up on with some weed. So when I was out on bond for that shit when I caught this case. So when right before I caught this case, I went to court for that case. Dang. It was okay. It was a crazy situation. Dang. What? Yeah. I went to court, but I had 2 years probation. I never went to go see the probation officer. Never went to go check in. You know what I mean? Because on some real shit, I was gonna live. I was on some shit like fucking. I didn't care. I was 21, 22 years old. I didn't care. I mean, I was never gonna come down there and piss in your cup. You was never gonna come find me because my address isn't my address. And by the time you would have caught up, with, if I didn't catch this case, by the time you would have caught up with me, the time would have been 5 years down the road. Yeah. Shit would get over with. Like on some real shit. So I caught the case. So I wound up going to court. I get 5 years, 2 years probation. 5 years suspended, 2 years probation. Okay. So they bring me back to Newport News and serve me on that 5 years suspended because I caught that other case like a month, like the next week I caught the case. Dang. You know what I mean? So they bring me back. They bring me back on that show calls. Oh, nice. So I'm down there. That's when you hear all the crazy shit going on. Yeah, I already know. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, I heard my name in so much shit that it was like it was just wild. Like that first 2 years, that's probably why like ain't nobody really hear much from me because whenever I did talk to anybody, my name was just some bullshit. You know what I mean? This back when I was still talking to Pam. Me and Pam was still talking on the regular. And me and Carolyn was talking on the regular. Shout out Pam. Shout out Pam. True indeed. They tell me, Bayside talking about you snitching. All right, like on some real shit. I don't know nobody who has taken a bid like I took and snitched and wound up with the bid that I took. Yeah. Like how come ain't nobody else get locked up? And I had to ask, I was still in my feelings. I was still in my emotions then. That's great. I was still in my feelings and my emotions. Dad called home. I had to check homie. Like, yo, what you mean? I say, yo, bro, if you ain't got nothing good to say on my name, don't ever speak my name again. Like, where you get that from? You know what I mean? Anybody who was around, anybody that was there, anybody that, you know what I mean? You know who was there. You know who was what. Fact. Go ask any one of them if their name ever put in anything. Right. Ask any one of them. You're the only one that did the... that's it. Crazy. You know what I mean? The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Yeah. And I'm telling you this, like I'm telling you on some real shit. The proof is in the pudding. And I mean, can't nobody put no smut on my name on some snitch shit, none of that. I came home on some honorable shit, and we're gonna get into that as we further this to you know what I mean? But what made me start to change? It was an older brother, a few years older than me. Like I say Righteous like 4 years older than me. His name, okay. You know, shout out Righteous the Ruler on Instagram. You know what I mean? Mention him. Yeah. Last time you were there. Shout out Righteous the Ruler on Instagram. We got to get him an interview. We got to book. Listen. Righteous got locked up. He was like 16 years old. Righteous did a bit. He caught me, like I told you, he was a few years older than me. He was already in for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if I was like 22 when I met him, he was like 26, 27 when I met him. He already been in like 10 years.
Okay.
He approached me. You know what I mean? He's like, yo, I see your swag. Yo, he like, where you from? You know what I mean? I was like, I'm from Newport News, but you know, I was born in Queens. So nah, it's like Queens, should I see it in you?
Yeah.
I was like, all right, what's up? Man, start building. He gave me a book to read. And this book, I'm telling you, I still have this book, not the book he gave me to read, but I have my own very own copy of this book still to this day. This is 20 some odd years later. A book called Visions for Black Men by Dr. Naeem Akbar. I recommend any black man to put that book into your repertoire. Put that book in your collection. You know what I mean? That book, not just Visions for Black Men, by Dr. Naeem Akbar, but also Community Itself by Dr. Naeem Akbar. Like his whole collection. I recommend any black man like you really trying to and the book's little. The book is big.
Oh man.
Now dig, I'm telling you, the brother gave me the book. The God gave me the book. He gave me this book. He said, here, I see you be in there reading. Here, read this. I take the book in the cell. Hey, I'm a fat. Now, mind you, I'm dyslexic as hell. I don't know what it is. I'm dyslexic as hell. When it comes to learning something, well, if it's something I'm interested in.
Oh, you gonna, yeah. Yep.
I read, but like at this time on my bed, that's all I did was read. My TV would be on, I have my headphones on, I'm just sitting there reading. I will read a book in a night. I'm talking about a book this big in a night. Just sitting there all night. I ain't sleep when I first got locked up. I still had insomnia from being on the street. I didn't sleep. Bro, I never slept. The most sleep I got, I might be on your couch like that. And then I'm back up at it. I'm back up ripping and running. I ain't sleep. What? Sleep what? So come on, man. So that was still my mentality going to jail. You know what I mean? So it was like I'm up all night. It ain't no drugs and no shit like that. I just
couldn't sleep.
I might catch 2 hours of sleep, a couple hours of sleep, and back at it. I'm watching.
You say that. I was the same way. When they locked me up, I couldn't sleep. I ain't sleep, though. I couldn't.
And it's so it he gave me the book. I read it. I read the book. I'm talking about word for word. Read the book, gave it back to him. He said, yo, you read it? I said, yeah. He said, did you like it? I said, yeah. Man, started chopping it up. Yeah. And then he started asking me questions about it. There was questions I couldn't answer. I'm like, he was like, nah, you didn't read it. Here, read it.
Oh man. Oh, so he made sure it still did.
Yeah. Like he made me go back in there and read this book.
Yeah. He wanted to
so
really.
After I read it on some, I ain't gonna say no fly shit, on slick shit. I wrote him a report on that shit. Okay. Now, mind you, it wasn't nothing that I had to do. I did it out, you know what I mean, just to show you. No, I really read this book.
Yeah.
I caught it the first time. And I mean, it might have been little pieces that I did to catch it, but it was the immaturity of my mind at that time. It wasn't that I didn't read it, I didn't catch it because of, you know what I mean? Some things can't all get caught at that first time.
Yeah.
So just to show him that, yeah, I read this through. Boom. I gave him the little. He read it. He's like, oh yeah, no, you done. Gave me another one. That's when he came back and gave me Community Itself. Okay. You know what I mean? I'm reading Community Itself. Read that, and it took me on a different course of knowledge that I was searching. The information that I was looking for. But to speak on Visions for Black Men, this book. If you read it, you at a certain age, I recommend any young man that's between. I say any young man between ages maybe like 19 to 25 should read this book. Okay. Like Visions for Black, but also, I recommend every black man read this book, especially if you have black sons and you raising black sons in this country. Yeah, man. You should read these books. And I mean, so it put me on a different search for different knowledge. So boom, I'm there. I'm on Sussex. No. It was another situation that made me kind of shaping up. I was kind of reckless when I first got locked up. I was kind of reckless. I thought I was never coming home. Like I said, I had 35 years. Yeah, no. I was 22 years old.
Man.
My mind was, I'm gonna die in here because I got more time in here than I had free in the world that I, you know what I mean, out in the free world.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I was kind of spazzing. And I was with the shit. I ain't care. Like I said, I still had that mentality. Whoever wanted it, yo, you want to step, you want to step.
Yeah.
And I mean, from the jail, I was the only uptown nigga in my block when I was in the jail. And I mean, that shit caused problems. Yeah, right. Oh, what? Then, I mean, like I said.
They ever tried you?
What? I got plenty fights in the jail. Like it was that was a, you know what I mean? But the real it ain't the jail fights, because the jail fights, you know, you gotta earn your scuffles. Yeah, ain't nobody coming. You gotta get at least 1 or 2 of those. It's once you hit them yards. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You got to like and it's about your presence when you hit them yards. You can't be no sucker. You can't be no follower. You can't be no. And I know it sounds crazy because like, yeah, you got to be individual. You got to be word. Yeah. I can't have by myself. Now, my man, when individuals I build bonds with, build relationships with, that's something different. Facts. But off the rip, but these young dudes ain't prepared for that. They not prepared for what goes on there. They see that individualism is what's going to keep you from getting swallowed up by the games. It's going to keep you from getting swallowed up by the predators. Yep. And I mean, because hey, listen, son, it's predators. I'm trying to tell you, and this is the flip. This is that other story that came with it. Mm-hmm. All right, my first celly I had up there, me and bro ain't get along. I see him now. He on Facebook. I see him on weekly communicate. Yeah, we good on Facebook because it's grown man shit. Yep. But back then, I don't know what it was that I'm me. I stay off to myself. I really don't care about what you got. Anybody else got going on. I only care about what I got going on. And I mean, and I guess he felt that I was a little too out doing my thing that he, I mean, I don't know what it was, but I went to court for that probation violation. Okay. All right. So when I go to court for that probation violation, I come back, all my mat gone, everything gone. I'm like, oh, my stuff go. Dang. So I'm hitting the button trying to get the CO to explain to me what's going on, yada, 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 woo. I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck going on, man. He So they tell me, yo, we gonna get your stuff in a minute. You about to move cells. Don't worry about it. Delay. We got you. What? I'm like, what? Did you ever get it back? Yeah. Oh no, I got over. They moved me into another cell. Oh, but they moved me from the cell with this nigga to his homeboy. Oh. You know what I mean? His homeboy be out there. You know what I mean? His homeboy booty. His homeboy was into them people. Oh man. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right. They moved me. At first, I didn't want to move in that joint. I'm at the door. I'm at the door and this shit like this. I'm like, man, I'm not moving in here, man. I'm not moving in here. Y'all got to tell me something. I ain't asked to be moved. I was fine. Well, I'm snapping. I'm going off. Oh, man. Dude just over there sitting there reading his book. He's just chilling, minding his business. People finally called me to go get my stuff. I come back, my stuff. I was like, yo, bro, I ain't going to be in here long. He said, you can be in here long. You don't have to be in long. It made me no difference. Yeah. I'm like, all right, well, whatever, nigga. He said, sit down. Let me talk to you for a minute, Q. So I sit down. I'm like, what's up? He said, look, man. He said, I don't know what happened and why they moved you in here, right? So I'm be real with you. He said, but I think I know why. He said, but it's up to you to do what you want to do with it. I said, what you mean? He said, bro had you moved. Oh, man. I'm like, all right. I already know what I'm about to do. I'm about to step out there, like, I'm about to step out this joint. You know what I mean? But dude, OG gave me some game. He gave me some real game. Yeah. OG sat me down. He said, I've been watching you since you've been here. He said, everybody see you. He said, ain't nobody gonna play with you because how you move. Like you don't fuck with nobody, but you ain't gonna let nobody fuck with you. You know what I mean? Yeah. He was like, yo, come on, COs. I spaz on COs. I don't give a fuck. Cops, all that shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, what? Nigga, I'll fight you just like I don't give a fuck about that 5 years. Nigga, I got 35 years. Some people just gave me my whole life in here. I ain't never going home. You know what I mean? Yeah. OG said to me just like this. He said, man, you can take that little 35 years you got to turn it into something serious. Just stop playing with these people around here, man. He said, man, man, do your little time and go home. Yeah. Look at this nigga, I'm like, yo, I'm 20 years old. The fuck you mean, little time? about to do the rest
You
of my
were
life.
thinking, you were thinking,
Like, yeah.
He was trying to tell you, like,
yeah. Now, mind you, I've always in the back of my mind been very optimistic about, oh, no, I'm gonna beat this on the pill.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you don't tell nobody that while you're in jail, because everybody, you don't want nobody to dispute they bad juju on your shit.
You're right.
But I still got to stay on guard. I got to keep the gun. I got to keep that thing on me. And I mean, I gotta, you know.
Facts, bro.
So I'm talking about my first day out the hole. I ain't even tell you this shit. My first day out the hole, I seen a nigga get stabbed with a toilet brush. What?
Dang.
Nigga chasing him around the back stairwell. Just stop talking. And we got. Hey, listen, we got. Listen, man. I'm talking about the plastic toilet brush. Dude got the head off that joint, sawed it down, melted it, sawed it down, and I'm talking about he chasing him around the back stairwell, just hitting him with it. I'm like, yo, man. Listen, I'm just stuck. I'm stuck. I'm watching this shit, and then I hear the gun go off. Boom. They got guns in here. Damn. Like, I'm like, yo, listen. Now, mind you, you see it because the only time we come out ourselves with somebody on that gun tower. You see the gun, but in your mind, yeah. Somebody up in the air, they like 25 feet in the air over here. And you like, yo, you hear the shit, you hear it, right? And then it's like, you like, oh, I'm froze. I'm on the trash can, sit on the trash can, froze. Everybody else in the pod, everybody else on the floor beside these two niggas, he's still chasing them. The other niggas still trying to run and get away. Everybody else in the pod on the floor, everybody yelling at me, big man, get on the floor, get on the ground.
What'd you do?
They live rounds, man. Nigga, I'm stuck. I'm PTSD. What the fuck you mean? Nigga? All right, I finally get down. I finally get down. Motherfucking goon squad come and rush this nigga, body slam this nigga, drag this nigga all out on his face and shit. No bullshit. Nobody. You think I'm playing no bullshit? Take that nigga out. Too. Gurney come in to get the odd nigga to rail him out. Hey, listen, man. When I was on Sussex 1,
damn, bro.
Listen, I used to sit in the cell. And just smoke cigarettes and watch the helicopter land. I'm talking about. I be in there listening to music. I'm talking about. I had the Walkman then. I be in there listening to Beanie Siegel. The beat coming. I had that joint on cassette tape. I had that beat coming on. Listen, I be sitting there listening to that joint, listening to. I didn't know where you see the helicopter land. And depending on what side of the tree line it land on, it's telling you what prison is coming to. Sussex 1 or Sussex 2. I ain't playing with you, man. Man, what? You look out the window, you see the motherfucker. This ain't no funny shit. This is me telling you some real shit. I might be adding the satire to it, but this is where, man, you see the motherfucking nurses running down the goddamn catwalk with the gurney. Oh, what? Yeah. The motherfucker on that joint, they trying to save that nigga. Hey, listen, man, that shit real. That shit woke my eyes up. And then, like I said, then I'm going in the cell with Tony. When I went in the cell with Tony, he kept it real with the chick. He kept it real. He was like, look, yeah, I'm into that shit, but I'm only into motherfuckers that want it. I ain't into taking it.
Hell no, bro, yeah.
So it let me like, all right, cool. I ain't gonna beef with bro. I ain't going back down there on no shit. Facts. You know what I mean? I'm gonna figure this out.
Good there.
Yeah. Like, dude told me what was up. Like, he was like, yo, because he already knew. Hey, listen, man, we gonna die in here. Yeah, we're gonna die in here.
I know, man.
You know what I mean? Listen. You know, you remember? I
just thinking about
we just fresh off the street. Like I was big, but this is me in the jail for 10 months working out. This is me going to receiving. First time trying to press weights. I got 100 pounds on my chest, about to kill. I'm talking about literally to the point where I'm out there repping big. But we gonna fight in here. We gonna die in here. He understood that shit. You know what I mean?
Man, when you got that, when they told you that you was going home, ooh, that feeling.
All right.
How was that feeling, bro?
In order for me to give you that feeling, I got to give you the process that led up to it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? In 2016, I filed for a conditional pardon. Okay. Like, if you want to go back, we'll go back. Not really going to prison. I want to come here. You know what I mean? I filed for that conditional pardon in 2016. Mm-hmm. I always felt like the amount of time I received for the crime I received, for the crime that I committed or that I was accused of, didn't match. Yeah. You know what I mean? I got time for a body. I got a body time. Like I killed somebody. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I reached me and my bro, it was a report written from a college student from William and Mary. Shout out to Caleb R. Stone. I never got the chance to ever thank you.
Shout out.
Hey, listen, man, your report lit a fire in me to make me realize that I knew I was right, and it was time for me to really put that ball into motion. I filed for a conditional pardon. At that time, Governor McCullough was in office. I filed my pardon. By this time, we had got a lawyer. Shout out to DC. We got the lawyer. We got John Coggeshall. Rest in peace, John Coggeshall. And I never got to thank you personally face to face, but anytime I can, I do give you a shout out and I do say thank you because you took on my case and you helped me open that door. So I like I said, we filed for the conditional pardon. But at that time, I had already transitioned. I was no longer Q. I had not been Q for a long time. You know what I mean? By that time, I became benevolent. Yeah. You know what I mean? And in that process, I gained knowledge of self. I became part of the Nation of God's and Earth. Okay. That's a conversation, you and I can have at a later point. Yeah, Troy D. Okay. That's definitely something that we should definitely build about, have a conversation about dialect. But it opened my eyes that I was bigger than my circumstances. And me being bigger than my circumstances, I know I don't belong here. So I put that energy there. I put that energy to say, yo, it's time for me to go home. Yeah. Like my older sister will tell you. My older sister Kim will tell you. I told Kim I'll be home before I'm 40. I don't care what these people say. Yeah. All the BS that I caused, all the you know what I mean? Because I got in trouble while I was like, I got in some, you know what I mean? I was getting in trouble. I was still, like I said, I was still cute. I was still with the bullshit. Yeah. Kim will tell you, I said, babe, I'll be home for my 40th birthday. Dang. You know what I mean? And it didn't happen the way that initially I thought it would. Like I said, I filed for the pardon in 2016. McCullough left office in 2018. He passed me on to Governor Ralph Northam. Mm-hmm. And I think that he passed me on in hopes that I would be pardoned as soon as he came into office. Yeah. So I would have been coming home right there in 2018 anyway. Oh, man. Damn, so that worked out good. No, but it didn't. It didn't. Oh man. He made me wait till, and it's not he made me wait. He waited till his last day in term. Okay. Or the end of his term. But the turmoil what I went through in those 4 years, it was crazy, man. Like I was telling you and your brother this the other day when I first pulled up. Mm-hmm. If the devil had his plan, if the devil plan worked out, I wouldn't have made it out of 2018. Dang. I wouldn't have made, and I got so. So you feel like no. I was somebody in prison, and I was like I built myself into being this somebody in prison. You know what I mean? I was a man of integrity. I was a man of honor. You know what I mean? I stood for something. Yes, you know what I mean? Yes, I was around brothers. I was around brothers that was really making change, not within ourselves, but others that was around us and putting in work. Like no bullshit. Yeah. So yeah. So I made a name for myself. I did things that showed that I ain't belong there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So my brother saw it. I went dark. And I was so caught up in it, so trapped in darkness, I didn't realize it. Mm-hmm. I ain't feel it at first. And I mean, I'm still doing my everyday routine. I was on autopilot. I had an everyday routine. We get up, we go to breakfast. Soon as breakfast over, we go outside, we work out after breakfast. So you ain't never do no extra programs? No, we ran the program. We were the program.
So y'all were, okay.
Did you understand? We listen. The collective of brothers that I'm talking about, shout out to Allah King Wise. Allah King Wise wrote the whole reentry program. What Allah King Wise created things in prison that they're using right now because of him and what he did. You know what I mean? Like the brothers I was around, the nation of gods and earth is able to openly practice in Virginia state prisons because of pure black Allah. You know what I mean? Like I worked out and moved around with Travis May. Travis May, shout out to Travis. Travis May, this man, like these names that I'm giving you, these righteous, these are brothers who we was about changing in prison. You know what I mean? I was led and I was taught by brothers like Paul Taylor. I was led and taught by brothers like fathers, I can't. I just seen the God the other day. I just seen him the other day. I can't. My just went blank. I was led by these brothers, shown by these brothers. This is how we gonna change this shit. These brothers showed us the way. How you gonna walk your way up out of prison? These brothers who had life sentences, who are out here amongst us that are making changes in this community. You dig what I'm saying? This like I was a giant amongst giants in this system. You dig, and it was like we was making change. The programs, we won the programs, we ran the programs, we were facilitating the programs. Like when I tell you I was about change, I was serious about that change. I was like I wore my name benevolent with honor. Who I am, I wear with honor. You dig? Like
you're a free man.
You know what I mean? No joke. So I went through the whole process. Like I said, in 2018 got real bad on me. 2018 got real bad. I almost took my own life. But I found something better to hold on to. I found more. I'm not gonna die in prison. I'm gonna live as a free man. I fought. I kept fighting. I kept going hard. Kept doing the things that I needed to do. During this time, I got into a program. It was a program Victim Impact. It was the first program to make me look at my crime from a different perspective.
Okay.
And I was able to utilize that for myself, where I didn't look at my crime but the way I looked at it. I looked at the victims and it gave me a different perspective. So, and it's all this in this process. So they were trying to bring me into that to co-facilitate that. Yeah. But then they said, "No, we ain't doing no more MA co-facilitators." Oh man, listen, man. When I tell you, we were running the programs. We were creating the program. We put the programs in them. We were showing them how these programs work.
That's out, man.
You know what I mean? Like we were showing them this.
That's
so. Fast forward, COVID. You know, COVID. Everything was boring during COVID. Yeah. You know, I did before COVID hit. We was in college classes. Yeah. But no, prison was different. It's just we didn't get to go nowhere. We were stuck inside all day. You be inside. So basically, I was on the phone all day. Oh, okay. I be inside on the phone all day. I'm in there reading all night. Still ain't sleeping. You know what I mean? You know, go out there, work out. Like I had a routine. I did the same. My routine ain't changed. I had a routine that, you know what I mean? That's how you do it. Yeah. So fast forward, we coming into 2021. All right, but my birthday. You know my birthday. My born day, March 14th.
Yes, sir.
They packed me up on March 12th. They packed my stuff up on March 12th. So they packed me up that Friday, my birthday that Sunday.
Oh man.
I'm getting transferred Monday. I'm not supposed to be getting transferred. I'm in college classes.
Oh man.
I'm doing the virtual collage classes. Like, no joke. I'm being serious with you. Listen, I'm in the virtual college classes.
You was not playing, bro.
They told me I got to pack up. I've been in a single cell the whole time I've been on this compound. Now, mind you, I've been on Augusta since 07. This is 21. So I've been on Augusta for 14 straight years. Oh, so for 14 straight years, I had a single cell, pretty much. And I mean, I might have slipped up, which the whole had to go on, but I built my way back to my single cell because I'd rather be here by myself than me.
Yeah, me too, though. I'd rather,
you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather and on some real shit. So, I get moved to a dorm. It was a culture shop, but it was for a reason. I did 10 months. I did 10 months on, not even 10 months. I did like 9 months and some days.
Okay.
On the open dome. January 4th, 2022, I got called into the unit manager's office, and she slipped me a piece of paper to sign. And when I read that piece of paper said, "Hey man, you about to go home."
Oh,
that's all of it. Like,
what was that feeling? What was that feeling, bro?
All right.
Break it down. How was it like for the people?
Mind you, I read that whole piece of paper before she turned it around and gave it to me.
So you already knew.
It had my name on it. If you didn't want me to read it, you should never put my name on it. Now, mind you, like I told you, I want y'all to go back and I want y'all to take that shit. I want y'all to take an account of what I'm saying to you. I want you to take an account and listen to what I'm saying to you. I'm dyslexic as hell. Like. But if it's something that interests me, and it interests me because it had my name on it, I read my name and said, if you know me, you know my name. I ain't gonna tell you my name. I ain't gonna give you all my business. Yeah, and said my whole name across the front of it. You know what I mean? So it led me to read everything that I read. And I'm to my second that piece of paper at my house right now today. And I've never let it go. I might frame it, put it up on the wall. It might go on my, take it to grandma's house and put it in her. Take it to grandma's house and put it in her Bible in the back of her Bible. That's where all the important information at your grandma's house is at her Bible. So I might take it to Kim's house and put it in her Bible. So it's posted and keep it safe, keep it. Anyway, I digress. I read this whole piece of paper. This whole piece of paper told me, "Hey man, you about to go home." Okay, bet. Let me see that piece of paper. She said, "You sure you don't want to read it?" I told her. I said I read it as soon as I came in the office. I had my name on the top of it. I said, "Well, I don't know how you do, but if I walk in the room, I see my name on it. I've never been there. You never called me here before." Yeah. I had to read every piece of paper here. I read it just like that.
Look, so you go in her office. You either going home.
Yes.
Or, okay.
You go in her office 9 times out of 10. You done got in some trouble. Now, okay. I don't get no trouble. Listen, come on. Me catch a charge.
Oh, so you already know it was good.
All right, now, mind you, check this out. This is the second time they called me. Before I went in her office. The Gita run that first time they called me, I'm on the phone with my man Chip. Me and my man Chip. Shout out Just. I got me and Chip on the phone. We chopping it up, yada, yada, yada. They called me. I go up to the booth. I'm like, yeah. They were like, "We need your home plan." I was like, "I just gave you my home plan last month." I just did my annual review last month. I just gave you my home plan. She said, "No, just hurry up, write it down. You just write it down and hurry give it to me." All right, goddamn, give me a pen. Write it down. Boom. Go back, get on the phone. Still on the phone. They called me again. Now I'm like, yo, they're like, the unit manager wants you. I'm like, all right. So I go out there and go speak to the unit manager. Some nigga in the way. Everybody, because she was cute. Everybody was trying to be in her face. I'm not. I'm trying to stay away from y'all because you get in trouble that way. Listen, I did all my fraternizing with COs when I was up a guy. And don't ask me how, because all the bitches look like milk bags. Anyway, I digress. She called me in the office, signed that paper, read that paper, signed that paper. Get back on the phone with Chip. I said, "Yo, Chip, I just signed my part." He said, "Get the fuck out." I say, "Word, I got to call you back." Hang up on Chip. I call my little sister. I said, "Yeah." I said, "Baby, you sitting down?" She said, "Yeah, what?" I said, "You ain't gonna believe this shit." She said, "What?" I said, "I just signed my part." Hold on. She called my nephew.
I know she went.
Man, what? Bro. And then she called my nephew. She called Malik. Shout out to Cash Goat. And she called Fresh. She called Jeff. She called Fresh. Shout out to Fresh. Hey, listen. I'm on the phone. I said, "I could be home before the end of the week, man."
Damn.
I said, "Yeah, no bullshit. I could be home before the end of the week." I said, "Yo, we coming to VA. We about to turn this shit up. She about to be less." I said, "No, I don't want your mom to know right yet. I don't want your mom to know I'm coming home right yet." They was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." I said, "I want to surprise her. I just want to go to her house and knock on the door." My nephew said, "Man, don't do that. Dang. Your mom, man, my mom might have a heart attack." I said, "No, I'm not going to knock on the door." Yeah. Now, mind you, I ain't know DC went live when I was coming out. I didn't know everybody. I didn't know everybody saw me come out until I came to the car. Matter of fact, I didn't know until we got to the car. I didn't know everybody saw me come out. I didn't know this shit. Mind you, the last cell phone I had in my possession, I had a little Nokia junk when I was in the box.
Okay.
I did, and it was just for business. It wasn't like I had one of the smartphones playing on single video. This is strictly for business. I only pulled it out when I need to make a call to make sure shit was coming when I needed to come, and I put it away. Anyway, I digress. I didn't know that that he was live. I got in the car. He hit me. You know what I mean? He handed me a bag of clothes, Nike suit. Yes, you know what I mean? Nike.
Gotta get you fresh.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Fresh.
Gave me my phone, first time touching the iPhone, first time seeing the iPhone. Like at that time, I'm so when I first saw you asked me a question, I didn't answer and I apologize. You asked me how did I feel?
Yeah.
in that moment, I was super elated. Like, this is what I've been fighting for. Yeah.
I'm going home.
The night before though, I couldn't sleep. That Wednesday, I couldn't sleep.
I know.
That Wednesday night, no bullshit. I walked that floor, and I'm talking about, normally everybody know I had a routine. When I damn, look at my head. When I was in the box, I had a routine. Like, I'm in bed. As soon as they make that lights out count, I'm up 5 o'clock in the morning because I got to meditate every morning, and I got to get on my phone call at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Facts.
As soon as the phone's cut on, I got to be on the phone because that's my thing. And so I listen. No, because it's like for real. Like on some real shit, and I gotta shout her out. Shout out Yvette. Shout out Queen Nobi. I gotta shout her out. I can't. Because she was epic and paramount to what took place.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, in my life at that time, and without a doubt, I might not have given her credit when I came here and my actions of being here.
Yeah.
But like for real, shorty, like,
so shouts out. Just the platform.
You know what I mean? Like right I wanna like she was my comfort. She was my, not just my comfort. Her and her son was my world. Right. My first.
So they're the ones that kept you in your mind.
Yeah, they was my they yeah. You know what I mean? Her and her son, like, I miss them. Like, if I'm honest, I miss them both daily right now. True. Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? But I couldn't be the man in their life that I needed to be, and it was things that she and I, we just, and I mean, it's no long story. You know what I mean? But shout out to her. You know what I mean? Salute her, because
that's a fact. Yeah.
Like her energy helped me bring and tap into my God energy. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And it help her tap into her earth energy and help me understand my powers as God.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? And you know, I can't discredit her. I'm always gonna give her just due. I'm always gonna give her due respect.
Yes,
but yeah,
bro.
like,
glad you home, bro.
Like she got me in that space where I had this routine where 5 o'clock in the morning, every 5 o'clock in the morning, I was meditating. Like you wake up, everybody wake up, they already met. I'm right there meditating. Yeah. I'm sitting in my chair. But it brought calm.
Yeah, it's good for your mind, man. It's good for your mind.
But for that, I say that to say, for me to my last day, I was ball nervous energy. I just kept walking around the park. Now, normally the only people that walk around like that at night is the people that's on them substances. You know what I mean? And I'm not somebody that's on substances, so I'm normally in bed like a normal folks.
So it was like a nervous feeling.
Man, I was just nervous. I'm sitting in the bathroom, and that's when it hit me. I start crying when I'm in the bathroom. So I think the sergeant was making rounds at that time. She tapped on the glass. I'm like, I'm all right. She said, nah, come on, let me talk to you for a second.
Oh, man.
I'll come out. She said, if this was any other night, the Laker, I would feel some type of way, and I'd be mad at you. I'm like, all right. She said,
this is CEO?
Yeah, this is Sergeant. She said, but I know what just happened. She said, I know what's going on. I said, yeah. She said, you just nervous. I said, yeah. She said, how long has it been? I said, gonna come up on 19 years. Dang. She was like, you got it. She said, I ain't gonna bother you no more. Go ahead, go back in there. She said, I ain't want to be around them. I needed my space. Yeah, I needed some space to so the bathroom.
Let it out.
Yeah, as long as everybody else sleep. And then, you know what I mean, my young G, he be like, yo, you ain't going in there use the bathroom. Go in there. He in there right now. He was on some bully shit. Like yo, you ain't going in there use the bathroom. And he don't go in there. He in there right now. He going through something right now. Nah, for real, he ran them off. He ran niggas out. So I got a few hours. I got time to really be in a little closed-in space by myself after being around so many people for so long. But
let me ask you this, now that you out, you're a free man. Mm-hmm. You and Vet and this album, man.
I told him.
What we doing with the music?
I told him I'm with it. I mean, like I'm with it.
That's my last question for you.
I'm with it. I told him we could do it. Man, I'm good. Like Send me some music, vet. Go ahead, start sending me. You got my number. You got my. You got.
Beats.
And I
Some
mean,
beats.
send me some music.
Like I said, he is one of the best freestylers.
Send me something to listen to. My nephew sent me something last night. I ain't get the chance to listen to it yet because he sent it to me when I was going my way home from work. No. My nephew Jeff. He graduated the year before you did.
Okay.
Yeah, he graduated from Award. No, he graduated from Hampton.
Oh, it was a Hampton. Oh,
hold on, let me think. I got to think. I think Jeff graduated from Ward. He used to live out Oyster Point. Jeff used to live out Oyster Point.
I think I know who you're talking about.
You used to run with Scruff.
I know who you're talking about, bro. Yeah, he was talking, right?
Yeah, I show you a picture of him.
Okay.
I show you a picture of him.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about, bro. It's been years, though.
Yeah.
I know Scrubs.
Listen, I got some shit.
Oh, that's his.
They best friends.
Yeah,
best friends. I got two nephews. I got Fresh and Malik. Goat, Cash Goat.
Okay.
Hey, listen, man. I'm trying to tell you,
man. What would you give the advice to the younger people nowadays before we get up out of here? Like
find some
people that's going through the same thing, man. The younger guys.
Hey, look, young G's, young fellas, young. You know what I mean. I would never call you a YN. You know what I mean. I would never call you a YN. You know what I mean, because that is just the predator. That is just the aftermath of what they called our generation. They called us super predators. They labeled us. They labeled us things that we wasn't. You know what I mean? And we lived up to them. You don't have to prove you hard by catching stain. You ain't got to prove you hard by going to jail. You know what I mean? Because one thing ain't nobody gonna tell you. After 10 years of confinement, being incarcerated, you start to find comfort in that place. You start to seek comfort in it. You start to find the joys of life in there. And I mean, especially if you one of them young impressionable minds, hey, yo, bro, them gangs gonna eat you alive, but them predators don't. And I mean, man, I ain't talking about you being able to fight. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, man, most of y'all don't even drink milk. Most of y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all don't wear, I don't know. I can't explain it to you. You're not prepared for what's coming, man. You know what I mean? Find something that you're interested in. Find something to lock into. Lock into it. You know what I mean? Lock in. That's the only thing you can do. Because I'm trying to tell you, them streets, where they leading you to, they leading you one or two places. That prison for a long time, or that graveyard. You can't come back from that graveyard. You know what I mean? Not everybody can bounce back from that prison joint like I did. You know what I mean? Not everybody can bounce back from that prison joint like Allah King Wise did. Not everybody can bounce back from that prison bed like Righteous the Ruler did, or like Shabazz, or like Hassan Shabazz did. And I mean, not everybody can bounce back from it. Because guess what? I got brothers who come home and kill themselves.
Sir.
They make it through those prison beds. They make it through doing 20 years. They make it through doing 30 years. And guess what? They come home and they kill themselves. Why? Because that shit messes with your mind, man. That messes with your mind. You don't want. Hey, man, I suffer from PTSD. I suffer from anxiety. My first 3 years out here, I was a baller. I was hoping that they would send me back. Do you hear me?
That's deep.
Hey, listen, man, you don't want that life. Find something that, it's so much out here to do. It's so much out here to do. You know what I mean? Instead of, you know what I mean? And it's about to be summertime, man. It's about to be summertime. You don't want to find yourself being the story of crashing out this summer, man. You don't want to find yourself in a situation where you in that paddy wagon, you going down to that booking this summer, man. Because guess what? This might be your last summer, man. And when they giving out them L notes, they giving them out. They mean that shit. Life is life, my nigga. Life is life. Forever. Your release date is the day you die. Do you understand me? And all you young dudes is under they think, oh, I ain't but 16. Guess what? They'll give you more time than you have life. Do you understand me? Do you hear me? And you only and because I'm telling you this, if the gangs get you, your little 25 years, but I go for parole in 25 years, I ain't but 16. Oh, guess what? That once you start catching new time on top of that, because them gangs gonna get you, man. You gonna go in there, the gangs gonna get you. You gonna have to prove yourself to the gangs. Nobody care about you catching no stain on the street. You caught a body on the street. What you doing in here? What work you putting in on this yard? And guess what? You gonna be dumbing up the cut trying because you gotta prove yourself. I'm telling you, man. You know what I mean? You got to think about these things that you want. You got to life, freedom. Hey, look, man, and never in my life did I tell you I was free until now. I'm free. I don't have no worries. You know what I mean? I ain't got to worry about. I don't have to worry about being on probation. I'm off probation. I ain't got to worry about life, freedom. That's what you should strive for, man. Strive for that shit. You know what I mean? Find something. I'm trying to tell you, find something to lock into.
You know, and just to show that we always try to get that to the younger people now, because they not understand this. It's a lot of killing. It's a lot of crime going on. Like that shit increased for real since back then. So
you talk about the younger get killed,
man.
Shout out to the younger Jada Pierre. I think that's his name, Jada Pierre, out there in
Hopewell.
No, out there in Queens. Out in Queens, the young boy, he died the other day. Hold on, I'm about to pull it up short to you. Yeah, Jada Pierre. Yeah, Jada. Shout out to Jada Pierre family. Man. Rest in peace to Jada Pierre.
Peace.
Hey man, follow me on TikTok on TikTok at Benevolent to God. Follow me on Instagram at Benevolent to God.
Sir.
Hey, I'm doing a post about that. I feel some type of way. You know, I'm from Queens. I grew up not too far from there. Not too. I feel some type of way about that, man. And you know that is the definition of senseless. And we as them older G's, we as them older brothers, hey yo, it's time for us to put boots on ground, man.
Yes, sir.
It's time for us to put boots on ground. Hey, yo, and like I said, if you got sons, you got teenage sons, you need to be an impact in your teenage son life. You need to show first. You need to read that book and get an understanding of what manhood looks like, and get your manhood together, and go show your son what it is to be a man. Stop showing him what it is to be a gangster, because gangsters go to jail and find themselves in prison yards, man.
That's what I'm doing with my teenage son.
You know what I mean?
Gotta have him on track, man. But he already doing things that I don't. He knows. He already knows. So. That's crazy.
You gotta have an impact. You gotta be in you gotta show them boys. You gotta show them boys what it is to be men. We gotta go back to being men in our community. So I'm trying to tell you, read these books, read the community itself, read the community itself, Visions for Black Men. You know what I mean? Know thyself.
We're gonna definitely talk, because I'm gonna need to get my hands on that.
I got all of them in my repertoire,
yes,
man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Also, but with that, I'm peace, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you having
me. Another show. Appreciate you, big bro.
Peace. I appreciate you.
Good show.
Damn right.
Make sure y'all follow Locked In Podcast on all social medias: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. This was One on Ones. I appreciate Big Bro for coming.
So indeed.
Doing this interview.
Like I said, tap on me on Instagram, Benevolent to God. Tapping with me on TikTok, Benevolent to God. Hey, look, man, let's make this happen. Let's do some good things, man.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Peace.
With that being said, we out of here.